Video, lesson 3, we're going to be looking at some modeling. Does the point lie on the line? And I'm not sure if there's anything else I've missed. Yeah, that's basically it. And then we're going to be looking at some review questions in the next lesson just to see where you're at. Okay, so does this point lie on the line? Okay, now this question here, if we want to find out if a point lies in a line, we just make sure that if the x value comes in and the y value checks out, then we can say it lies on the line. So I've got my x here and my y here. Now there's a question, does the point A lie on this line? So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my equation. Y is equal to 2x take 1. Now I've said that x is -1 and y is -3. So I'm going to replace those values. So y is -3, or substitute, -1 take 1. Then -3 is equal to -2 take 1. -3 is equal to -3. So what are we doing? We're just cleaning up both sides and seeing, does the left-hand side equal the right-hand side? If it does, we say it lies on line. If it doesn't, we say it doesn't lie on line. So we can see that -3 does indeed equal -3. Therefore, we say A lies on the line y is equal to 2x take 1. Let's practice another here. We've got x and y, point B. Does this point B lie on this line? Okay, so what are we doing here? Step 1, we're using the rule and sub x and y into the rule. Check if the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. And 3, we make a statement saying whether the point is on the line. Okay, so let's follow that step. So we're saying here that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 4, and we're going to sub in those values into our equation. Y is equal to -3x take 1. Let's sub in those values. 4 is equal to -3 times 1 take 1. Does 4, and let me just change the thickness of this. Don't know why it's like that. Now, 4 is equal to -3. There we go. Hopefully that works now. There we go. Take 1. So does 4 equal -4? We say no. Therefore, point B does not lie on the line y is equal to -3x take 1. Okay. Now, we finished that, does the point lie on the line? The next thing we're going to look at is some modeling questions. So here we go. Jeff, the apple picker, starts off with 80 apples and can pick 4 apples per minute. Okay, let A be the number of apples Jeff has picked and T be the number of minutes worked. Create a rule to model the number of apples picked over time. So he starts off with 80 apples, right? So that's our y-intercept. So if we picture this, you're going y is equal to something x plus something. He's starting off with 80 apples. Now, the rate at which he picks is 4. So every minute he's getting 4 more. Now, that is the gradient of my line. So now I've got my rule. Y is equal to 4x plus 80. I'm going to swap out the variables though. Let's say y is actually the number of apples he's picked and t is the amount of time. Now you can get this rule instead if you just make a table of values. So I can say amount of time at A's apples. He picks up 80, 1 hour, 84, 2, 88, 3, 92. So after 3 minutes, he's picked 92 apples. And then I can start graphing this and going, okay, what's happening here? I start at 80, and then at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can see he's gone up to 84, then he's gone to 88, then he's gone to 92, and then we can draw a line, and then we can say y is equal to mx plus c, and we can say that the y-intercept is 80, and the gradient must be cross 1 up 4, so 4. We can go that way if you like, but this strategy here of using the rate of apples picked as the gradient and the initial amount is probably the best way of doing it. So that's where the initial amount goes. Okay, and this is the rate. So let's keep going. Using this rule, Jeff picks apples for 30 minutes. Find the number of apples Jeff picked. So we're saying here that t is equal to 30. Let's sub in. 4 times 30, well, that's 120 plus 80. So in 30 minutes, he now has 200 apples. And I should really say not picked, but has, right? So he has 200 apples. He picked 120 apples in 30 minutes. Let's say answer that question. But in total, he has 200 apples. Now, Jeff picks 920 apples. Okay, find how many minutes he picked apples for. And this should be he has. So we're saying he has 920 apples. Let's sub that in, 920. 4t plus 80, and we're going to figure out what value of t would make him have 920 apples. So take 80 both sides. So now we have 840 is equal to 4t. Divide both sides by 4. You may remember dividing by 4. You can do it like that. So t must be 210 at your units. He's picking for a while, 210 minutes. Okay, now this ends the video here. In the next video, I've just got some review questions. What I'll be doing is I'll be showing them. You have a go in your workbook or whatever it is, and then we'll press play and see if you got it right. Okay, so do the review questions once you watch these videos and see, are you on the right track with all your linear function knowledge? And as always, this linear function review is under test 2. I hope this video was useful. Next video we'll be doing that. Thank you.